Daughter's available. She's gonna give one.
Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I'm calling the meeting to order for the Commissioners Board meeting for August the 6th. We are in person and also broadcasting via Microsoft Teams Town Hall and also on BCTV. We'll begin with a moment of silence followed by a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'll recognize Lynn Burns, Executive Assistant for Commissioner Dante Santoni, to read the public comment notice.
Good morning. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by the limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by the comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. The time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Are there any additions or corrections for the July 30th, 2026 meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We did have an executive session today, August the 6th, dealing with real estate, personnel, and litigation. There's no public comment on agenda items in person. There's none online. So we will move into the agenda. Item 1, authorizing under that budget, adopt a resolution authorizing 2026 budget transfers in the amount of $74,324 per listing dated July 31st of 2026. There's one item listed under Human Resources, authorized the promotion of Jason Metz from part-time paid intern to full-time certified legal intern in the District Attorney's Office. There are several items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair and Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to execute the Election Integrity Grant Program contract between the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania through the Department of Community and Economic Development and the Berks County Commissioners. This resolution shall further authorize the execution of any and all additional grant-related documents providing grant money for the administration of the 2026 general election and the 2027 municipal primary election pursuant to Act 88 of 2022. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing Brendan Lederer, Director of Berks County Parks and Rec Department, to execute and submit the Pennsylvania Game Commission special permit examination request application for deer control. Item 7, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute a supplemental memorandum of understanding between the County of Berks and the Council on Chemical Abuse regarding additional upgrades at Camp Joy Lodge located at 1120 Berks Road, Leesport, Pennsylvania 19533, to include replacement upgrades to the fire alarm system, plumbing system, HVAC system, electrical system, windows, and various interior work. The supplemental memorandum of understanding shall be subject to final review and approval by the Berks County Solicitor's Office. Item D, adopt a resolution authorizing Christine M. Sadler, Esquire, County Solicitor, to execute any and all settlement documents regarding the assessment appeal of CCP Berks LLC versus Berks County Board of Assessment Appeals. Item 2, a motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated August the 3rd. There are a total of 17 contracts. There's one with the Berksheim, one with Children and Youth Services, 6 jointly with the Children and Youth Services and Juvenile Probation, one with Court Administration, one with the Berks County Jail, 4 with Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities, 2 with Information Systems, and 1 with the Treasurer. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of payments and electronic transfers for the week ending August the 7th of 2026. And item 4, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated August the 11th of 2026.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. With that, we will move to reports of our treasurer and controller. We'll begin with our Berks County treasurer. In his absence, we have online Deputy Treasurer Linda Weaver. Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We have an opening balance of $293,007,239.44. We have a balance to clear of $6,234,856.41, leaving us with a balance of $286,772,383.03.
Thank you very much, Linda. We'll move now to our Berks County Controller, Joe Ruddero, with the Controller's Report. Joe.
Thank you, Chairman Lineback. For the week ending August 7th, 2026, we have an accounts payable and total cash disbursement of $11,347,101.01. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe. And now we'll move to our Chief Operations Officer, Kevin Barnhart.
Thank you, Commissioner Lineback. We'd like to acknowledge the support we received from CCAP. Larry and I, along with Laura Jones, our CFO, were able to make a presentation at the closing session on the regional effort for detention beds. And it was really uplifting to have all 5 counties represented, and the panel, which included Commissioner Lineback and elected representatives from the other 4 counties. I think it was really impactful to see the cooperative effort of not just 2 counties, 3 counties, but 5 counties coming together on a need of mutual interest. So I think it was well received, and Melanie Gordon, who coordinated it for us, said she's going to want to have successive updates as we move along to ultimately open the facility for the 5 county region. So really appreciate the effort on behalf of the board of CCAP, and really I think went over amazingly well. And Larry did a great job of moderating. Kept it within 30 minutes, but it was good. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to comment at the end, but I'll make a comment now and not deal with it at the end. Several things. One, I heard from several people right after the program that really found it valuable, are looking forward to hearing how things proceed, but also believe that regionalization, while it doesn't solve everything, that there are a lot of other opportunities out there where counties can work together and provide services in a joint fashion, in a formal way. And that's what this is not informal. This is extremely formal. Secondly, while obviously we were part of it, I was very impressed with the comments from the other 4 counties. I thought they were on target. Barbara O'Malley, I think, was the only one that was there that was not an elected official.
Right.
She's like
She's executive director. of
executive
Delco.
director. But every one of them were right on the money. And I will reiterate what I said there. Our team did an amazing job. I recognized Christine and legal for the work that they've done to bring us to the point where we are. The COO team, Laura Jones did an excellent job presenting her part. And Larry, I know that Kevin kind of made you the point person on this, and you've done a very good job. It really made Berks County look very good, and it made frankly all 5 counties look special in that, hey, we're doing this together. So very, very well done. Okay, with that, we'll move to comments from commissioners, and we'll begin with Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. And before I get started, I also want to congratulate Kevin and Larry, Christine and Laura for the work they've been doing around the Youth Detention Center and the presentation that they did yesterday at CCAP, and also the other 4 counties involved as well. I know it took a lot of going back and forth and negotiating with them, and it's hard enough trying to get 2 or 3 people to agree, but when you get 5 counties that have to come together and agree, that's no easy task. So great job to Kevin and Larry and Christine for making that happen, making sure all the legal work got done for that and everything behind the scenes got done for that negotiation as well. So thank you, and great presentation yesterday. We were at the CCAP, Commissioner Linebaugh and I, Saturday through yesterday, but I'm going to speak a little bit about that later. I do want to focus today, which I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, but time has not allowed, on the opening general session at the National Association of Counties. The keynote there was Master Sergeant Cedric King. I just want to touch on what he said there. And Master Sergeant King is a retired Army Ranger and Purple Heart recipient and a double amputee and endurance athlete. He was in Afghanistan. He stepped on a IED and obviously it blew up. He lost part of both of his legs, and it did some damage to his arm as well. But he spent 3 years at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center undergoing intense medical treatment and rehabilitation. And he was there 3 years, not in and out. He was there for 3 years. And this explosion resulted in internal injuries and, again, permanent damage to his right arm. And during his time there, he learned to use prosthetic legs. Today, he's an endurance athlete. He runs marathons. He does a whole bunch of other things. And he's also a speaker as well. And he talks about his experience and how he got to where he's at today. And when this happened, he was in the hospital. And one day he received a care package, right? And when he received the care package, it had some notepads and pencils. The pencils were not sharpened, and there was not a pencil sharpener either. So he got really frustrated, and he said, you know, God, why is this happening to me? When is this going to end? Why am I going through this? And then he says that he heard a voice that said, you are the pencil. Got thinking, it's like, I'm the pencil, you know, what does that mean? So some things he said about the pencil is, a lot of times you look at the pencil, most of the time they're yellow, but it's nice and painted on the outside, has a rubber, it looks flawless, but yet without it being sharpened, the pencil really is worth nothing because it's not what's on the outside of the pencil, it's the graphite inside the pencil that is able to do the writing and to have the impact. So he goes on to share how we are like pencils, where sometimes things look great on the outside, or sometimes things may look horrible on the outside, like he was at that point, but it really isn't what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside, what makes the most matter in our lives, right? What we do, what we're able to accomplish, and it doesn't have to do with, you know, a lot of times our health prevents us from doing things, but He talks about the pencil as to how the pencil, even though it's broken, so it can still be sharpened. And as the pencil goes into the pencil sharpener, it goes through pressure, it goes through intense pain, it goes through grinding, and it goes through a lot of different things until, again, that point comes out again, and you can start writing, you can start forming your life back and helping others there. Also talks about the eraser as to how you can erase certain things and start all over again, writing also. So what I took out of it is, you go through things in life and sometimes you wonder and say, well, why am I going through this? When is this going to end? And yes, we all want to go through that. But when we're going through that, we have to step back and look and say, okay, how am I being sharpened? What is happening to me? What am I learning? How am I being transformed in the inside so that I can be a better person, so that I can move forward and share my situation with others? How can I be more of an impact to the people that surround me in my job, in my family, in my life, and letting us times go through that sharpening of the pencil, of that pain and grinding and all those difficult situations and turning and twisting that we go through to be able to sharpen, then come out of that pencil sharpener a better person for that. So for me, it was really inspiring what he went through. A lot of times we go through things and we complain about our situation, but really when we look at what others go through, at times what we go through is really minimal compared to what others go through. And complaining about it doesn't change anything. It's what we're going to do, how we're going to move forward with that, what we're going to learn, and how that will change our lives and help us to move forward and be better people. If you do want to learn more about it, he does have a book, and he also does what is those? The TED Talks, TEDx Experience, TEDx Talks. He's on there as well. It's Master Sergeant King. Really, really interesting story and what he shares about the pencil. Yesterday, I had the opportunity. I got there, and Commissioner Santoni was there as well at the Berks Community Health Center in Oak Brook to help celebrate National Health Center Week. They had that there on Saturday morning. They will have it at their location downtown here. They had different vendors there about all different types of health, physical health, mental health, financial health. And the community health centers play an important role in our communities because they serve the people that for the most part aren't able to don't have access to other medical services. So congratulations to the Berks Community Health Center for the great work that they have done here in Berks County. If you're available Saturday morning, they'll be down here in front of their center on Penn Street, celebrating that. Also, this coming Thursday, the 13th, is Recovery Awareness Night at the Reading Fight and Fills. This is put on by SOS Berks and Berks Counseling Center. There'll be different vendors there providing resources around recovery. And the theme there is letting people know, one, recovery is possible, living in recovery is possible, and that there are resources available out there for people who want to change their lives. There are still tickets available, at least as of last week. So if you are interested in going, free tickets, you can reach out to the Council on Chemical Abuse, Google them, give them a call and see if they still have tickets available. But please join us. That is next Thursday, the 13th, at the Reading Fight and Fills. It'll be a special night there, learning about recovery and celebrating also those who live in recovery. And one last item I have today, there is an election board meeting at 11 a.m. And I'll talk about more about CCAP at next week's meeting.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rivera. Moving now to Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will be brief.
Oops, sorry. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll be brief. Was unable to attend the CCAP, but I too want to commend our team for all the work that they've done with the Youth Detention Center. I've said it before and I'll say it again, getting 5 counties to agree on whether the sky is blue is a challenge. So to put this together is really a great work. So I want to commend you all for that. Just a couple items. Last week, we had a presentation by the human trafficking groups, and right after that, there was an event called the Red Sand event that we all attended, and I want to commend all those organizations that are involved, along with our DA, John Adams, and his task force. Human trafficking is a huge issue.
And the biggest takeaway that I had from that event was everybody thinks it's in another country or it's in a bigger city, but it's not. It's right here in Berks County. So I want to commend. And the red sand was symbolic. Everybody got a little cup of red sand and was able to pour it in some of the cracks in front of the services center to symbolize those people that fall through the cracks. A lot of innocent young people, unfortunately. Commissioner Rivera spoke of the Berks County Health Center Community Days. I attended last night also at Oak Brook, got caught in a rainstorm. But there's also, as he said, an event on Saturday, Berks at 838 Penn Street from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. They'll have free music, fun, games for the kids, refreshments, giveaways, etc. So if people are in the area, they should stop by. And the last item I have is a personal matter. On Saturday, August the 8th, which is upcoming, I get to be father of the bride. So my daughter Emma is getting married, and so we wish her and her soon-to-be husband, Justin Huntsman, much success, much love, and we look forward to celebrating with them this coming Saturday. And that's all I have.
Well, congratulations
Yep,
to you and Jaron.
congratulations.
Several items. I'm going to also mention the last week we had North Star here, as well as Meg from our district attorney's office talking about human trafficking. All three commissioners then went outside and participated in the Red Sand Project. It's kind of interesting. I often post events that I'm participating in, and I posted about both of the events and got some criticism. And the criticism was we wouldn't have these issues if our borders were secure. I normally don't engage in the back and forth. I utilize social media primarily to get good information out, but I did respond. And I simply said, that's not the case at all. Not that it doesn't occur at the border or related to that, but overwhelmingly, it is homegrown. Overwhelmingly, the perpetrators are family. I put friends in quote, peers. The stories Veronica and I heard when we were down in Lancaster County were appalling, of even adults, one adult to another adult, getting them in a bad situation. But to prove the point, I knew that when I first found out about this was a number of years ago at a NACO conference, and the person speaking was from the Department of Homeland Security Blue Campaign, which still is still an active program which deals with human trafficking. And I remember him making the same statement and then giving example of a farm family from Lancaster County selling their daughter to a man in Bucks County. And I went and found the article and posted the article in my response. It just cannot emphasize enough what I have learned from the enforcement efforts that are occurring just in these two counties, that it is overwhelmingly a local problem, family, quote unquote, friends, peers, and it often happens right under your nose and we don't realize it. So we have to be aware. If you see something, reach out to the district attorney, reach out to law enforcement, because people are often trapped and feel like there's no way out in these circumstances. CCAP, just a few items I want to share. The theme of CCAP this year was America 250 and the 140th anniversary celebration of the founding of CCAP. A lot of very good things. I am involved in the technology committee and the county governance committee. Technology committee, we had discussion. Data centers were we had multiple discussions around data centers in different groups. The ELU, I know, had, that's energy, environment, and land use, had a data center discussion. It came up in our technology. I went on a tour of the Susquehanna Talon Nuclear Generation Facility, very, very similar and built right around the same time as the Limerick Power Plant. But we did a tour there. And then right adjacent to that, in Berwick or outside of Berwick, is a large data center. And it's an Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services. 3 of the buildings are up and operational. We stood next to one of the buildings and had a conversation just like this. I was amazed at the lack of noise that you often hear about. Blue Rock, some of you know Blue Rock, they are the contractor building out these buildings. There are going to be a total of 17 that are approved. They're all different sizes. They're in different stages. Several of the pads were ready for construction, but one of the buildings was all the steel was up. So it was a very interesting tour, a lot of Q&A in that meeting, and understandably, people raising concerns and so forth. I want to compliment our county for being one of a handful of counties that has guidance out there and has had that guidance out there since March for municipalities. I am going to reiterate, there's some counties out there that were highlighted that have model ordinances. Montgomery County is one of them. I think we need to revisit that issue again. It has been very helpful in the handful of counties that have had them. And I know there's some legal concerns. I've asked about those. Those counties don't seem to have those concerns. So we'll look at that as well. We were up against several other venues for the 2031 CCAP annual conference. We did our best. All 3 commissioners were part of the audio on a well-done video, and we lost out to Valley Forge in 2031. So Valley Forge is going to be the site in 2031 of the CCAP conference. One last item, a handful of us were invited by Kyle Kopko, our executive director, as soon as the conference was over, to drive less than 30 minutes away to Nazareth to visit the C.F. Martin Guitar Factory. I have a Martin guitar. I would say I play it. I do play it, but I'm not good, so I'm not up here talking about my skill as a guitarist. But that's been a bucket list. I've never been there, not that far away from it. Absolutely an incredible place. So much still is done by hand. You're watching people doing different tasks. I took a lot of pictures. I'm not going to show them right now. But to know that you have something that goes back to the mid-19th century in the same family, I believe it's Christian Martin, let's say the 4th or the 5th. I could be wrong, but he's got a great first name, is leading. It's still a family-owned business. They do have a plant in Mexico that also builds under the Martin name. They are lower cost guitars. They have a museum there, by the way. They have the 3 millionth guitar that they've ever made. And I don't know if you know anything about guitars, but they're the only guitar manufacturer that's been around 100 plus years that you can look at any one of their guitars, A, determine whether it's a Martin, and B, based on the serial number, go to their website, find out exactly when it was made. It's absolutely incredible. A lot of them, Gibson, which is a great name, has been on and off and had production in different places, and their guitars can be very hard to track. And one thing that I learned that I didn't know, and I have not had the chance to do with my guitar, in addition to the sticker that you see through the sound hole, there is a bridge piece in the back that has a Martin stamp on it that's backwards. And to see it, you have to put a mirror in to look at it. And then on the other side where the neck is attached, there's another special stamp. And they said when Martins are faked, sometimes they get the neck. None of them ever get that piece in the back. And it's on a very specific brace on the piece. But it was a really great experience. They had a sound room where anybody can go in, take a guitar off the wall. They ask you to take any rings or watches or belt off and play guitars that are for sale. They shared that Christian Martin, it's not unusual. There's another sound room back in that they showed us in the manufacturing area. He'll come back with some new type of wood and say, hey, I want you to build a guitar out of this wood. And then he will test the guitar there. They have a wall of all different artists that use the Martin guitar, and they own several of the guitars. They have 2 different guitars owned by Hank Williams, at least one from Johnny Cash from 1959 to 60. Just pretty impressive. So that was a neat way to end things up for me. Tonight, I'm going to be over at the Kutztown Fair. I think they have a program starting around 5:45. They've asked me to talk about America 250. They are one of our partners with America 250 PA Berks. And then next Wednesday, Veronica and I, along with Kim Fees, will be taking, it's either 5 or 6 high school students to Penn State University Ag Progress Days, and we'll share more about that, I'm sure, next Thursday. That's all that I have. Comments from row officers?
Commissioner, I'd just like to offer that next summer, 2027, that the State Association of County Controllers will coming to Berks. I'm not sure the process was as difficult as yours. I think I got volunteered to host it, but we're going to be coming to Berks County, celebrating our 275th birthday as a county. And so the end of July of 2027, controllers from around the Commonwealth will come to Berks County and be able to experience it. We'll look forward to keeping you guys abreast of what's going on, and hopefully you'll be able to carve out a little bit of time to come say hello. So
Yep, we're planning on it, and congratulations. I know that you've been working on it, and it's always, in any association, it's an honor to be able to bring your colleagues from across the Commonwealth to your home county. And as we noted before, we'll partner with you on the Berks 275th so people can celebrate, controllers can celebrate the 275th with us.
the difficult part is that there's so much to see and so
That's
much
right.
to do. It's kind of trying to pick the best of the best and making it work out. So,
It's a
but
good problem to have.
it is a
Mhm.
good problem to have. And so we're looking forward to it, but thank you.
Great. Okay, any public comment in person? Nothing in person and nothing online. I'm just checking the note here in the chat. Nothing there. That brings us to the end of the agenda.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Prior to adjourning, we do have an election board meeting at 11 a.m. The meeting is adjourned.